I have to tell this audience how I met. You want to know how I met Elvis?
Yes.
You want to know?
Absolutely.
Okay. When you do a film, they insure you. So you must go to the studio doctor to have a medical examination. So they told me that I had to go, so I went to the studio, just, you know, it was casual, just a shirt and slacks on, and I went, someone was in with the doctor, so I just waited in the lobby, and I heard this kind of, joking around, coming in the doorway, and it was Elvis with his friends, and he looked at me and I looked at him, and we started laughing. He had a jacket on that looked like it came from the same bolt of material that my slacks were. It was really funny. I mean, and we started laughing. And he said, honey, either I'm gonna have to give you my jacket or you're gonna have to give me your pants. And that's how I met Elvis. But he was adorable.
It's like.
He was a teddy bear. He was. You wanted to hug him. He was so. In fact, when I was sitting there in the audience looking at him, I said to my husband, "He's so young." He looked so young.
Yeah.
And he was just adorable.
Yeah.
Never had a dime in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If he was hungry for an apple, I'd have to give him a dime to put in the machine, and he'd get an apple.
Yeah.
But he was a darling. If he saw you and you were quite a distance away and you were coming, he would start running toward you, and you'd have to be like that because he's going to pick you up and swing you around. And he was so playful. And he was never in his dressing room. He was always out with the extras and playing and singing, and stuffed tiger on his shoulders, and he's carrying a big box roll with ribbons and everything over it. And Dolores said, "I'm so glad you could come." And he said, "Well, it's my sister's birthday." Of course I'm coming.
That's sweet.
You know, and then because I had asked him for, you know, when you're in the show with Elvis at that time, and they knew it, people would know it, they'd say, "Oh my God, get us a picture." And I kept saying to him on the studio, you know, "Elvis, I need some pictures of you for the neighbors."
Right.
And he said, "Okay," but never gave them to me. And then when he walked in with this big box, and I said, "When to put it down?"
Right.
And he said, no, I want you to open it. And so I opened it, and it was a camera with the light bar, rolls of film, and he said, "Take your pictures." Now let me tell you, Colonel Parker would not have liked that, because Elvis never really went to people's homes. They always had to come to him. And he told me one time, when I asked him about, because when we did King Creole, he was never in the dressing room.
Right.
He was always out with the extras and the orchestra and the band.
Right.
And fun, just a lot of fun. And with the Hawaiian Style, I noticed that he had the Memphis Mafia with him.
Right.
Which was a bunch of guys from Memphis that hung around him. And he was kind of quiet. Of course, by that time, Dolores had been in the monastery.
Right.
And he knew that I had gone back to see her, so he inquired quite a bit about her. But I noticed he was drinking a lot of water, and he was reading a book on theology. And I thought, what's going on? Is he going to become a minister? You know,
Losing another one to religion from the cast of King Creole.
He was really into it.
Yeah.
It was really something.
Right.
As a matter of fact,